I wonder if this is I like to call it the everlasting covenant between Yahuwah and mankind. And what's also very striking in this verse is the actual this passage between Deuteronomy 30 and Deuteronomy 31 verse 13, but it actually goes further than that. But I don't know if I'll get to that in this video. I might. My first draft didn't go through. I just wanted it to be a quick reading. But then I thought about it. I was listening to it, and my video was ending kind of abruptly, and I didn't really pay attention to it. I just thought I wasn't catching the ending of my video because I was off of my thoughts listening to it. But I was noticing every time I get to replay it again, the same thing was going on. It was like I was caught up in the rapture. But when you get to the scripture, it's just so deep. But what's the main thing I want to get to, and it kind of conflicts. And me, I'm the type of reader that what actually led me to read this again today was I was doing some listening today. And Ish that I like to listen to, I've been listening to him for years upon years, way back when I first got into it, when I first discovered the name of my creator. You know what I mean? This is the King James Bible. I don't go no further than that. I had me a 1611, I lost it. Caught up in the rapture. I actually lost that and my Strong's Concordance. I didn't lose it, I just, didn't carry it with me no more. When I moved on to another stage, I didn't take that with me. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't really using it. I had to discover everything I needed with this smartphone stuff. So all my hardback books that I desired and loved, I lost them. I discarded them. Somebody might have found them. Hopefully they did. But they couldn't carry it no more with me. And there wasn't no need. Nice pieces. So the 1611 King James and the oldest hardback of the Strong's Concordance that I could find. Big book. The Strong's Concordance, the Hebrew and Greek concordance, where you can go in there. It had the Strong's numbers attached to each word that was translated from the Abary, or quote unquote Hebrew as they call it these days. With the Abary language, each word. So my flash just went off because my phone kind of low while I'm doing this recording. So I'm gonna let it record without all that light. But I can turn the other light on and read it. My knee hurts, so I don't really feel like walking right now. It just started hurting. I think I had that headphone in my ear. And with that 5G stuff going on, the headphones ain't been feeling too comfortable for me. But get up and turn this light on real quick while my battery low. I'm listening, my knee hurt, I gotta pop it back in place, but I think that I tied that to having the headphone in my ear for 17 minutes. You actually recording or listening or whatever. I wasn't doing nothing, all of a sudden my knee just got out of place. I was laying kind of off, but still, pretty sure I do that every night. Plug my phone back up real quick. I've been really blessed because I'm using like a throwaway phone right now. And my other phone was lost in the whirlwind. Me as an Abary with no love for technology, no love for the television, All that take no love for man, things made by the hands of man, these idols. So I really lose that shit kind of easily, though. I thought discard shit real easy. Excuse my language, but you know, the whole language sometimes I feel is an abomination. But I'm gonna read the scripture. I don't really want to be in no bright light right now. It's too early for that. But I want to read the scripture. My first recording didn't go through well. Man, I'm some dark light. Let's see what I can do. Got that now. Yeah. Alright, I can see. Let me get to this scripture. Alright, this is the second recording, so now it's more in depth. My first recording didn't go through, so now I'm a bit more serious about this thing. And I was doing some more meditating on the scripture. And it's just funny though, I read the scripture earlier today, and now I feel the need to put it on camera. Because I read the scripture earlier today, and just the scripture line up, the numbers and everything. You know, I really been trying to do something. I've been trying to hit a certain number. I think it's gonna come in. I don't really play pick 4 and pick 3. You know, I think it's just I know it's a big farce and stuff, but I know some people that have hit before, so I know it can't be hit. You know what I mean? But I got a particular number that I think that's gonna come up. But this number right here today is just, you know, when I read it, the Deuteronomy 30 through 31, verse 13, right? So then I went out and I met this person on the bus stop today, and that particular person told me I just come and, you know, knock on their door. You know what I mean? They're in apartment 313, and I'm like 313. So then when I got back to where I'm residing at, I remember the scripture again, 30 through 31, 13. And I'm like, wow, ain't that something? So I came back up here again. I was feeling kind of restless because, you know, my situation is my situation. So when I got to the pad, I couldn't really like lay down at the time. So I said, I guess it ain't no going to sleep right now. So I kind of got riled up over something else. Then I went to make a run to the store. They didn't have what I wanted at that particular store. So I'm like, why y'all ain't got what I want? So that had me up. And somebody else that said something, these millennials that told me to mind my business. And then gonna say it was a joke. I'm like, you millennials, y'all think y'all can just say anything out y'all mouth and it's a joke. Mind my business. And what was funny was, when I came back to the apartment, I had the keys to get in the apartment. That person was a visitor, and they needed me to get in the apartment, and I shut the door in their face. So then I come back down, and they let them back in and said, see, you need to watch how you talk to people because you never know who you might need in the future. You know what I mean? But that's another story, neither here nor there. All right. So what I'm on is this Moshe, the Mashiyahk, the untouchable one in the eyes of YaHuWah, the untouchable Mashiyahk. Well, nobody gonna lay a hand on Moses. Nobody. Moshe, Mashiyahk. The untouchable Mashiyahk. So they say, y'all even go put YaHuWaH's on the cross? Really? the Son of the Most High on a cross, impaled, bleeding. And we know what they do to someone who shed the blood of each an anointed one. Even King David, when the man was coming to him, he wouldn't even put a hand on the anointed one of YaHuWah. And that was his enemy. And he loved his enemy, Shaul. So you mean to tell me that the Son of the Most High, Yahushua, getting impaled on the cross? And the scripture says any man that hang up on the tree is cursed. Yahushua is cursed. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And this scripture right here gonna touch on that. But I ain't even really mean to get riled up. But I'm reading in the dark now. I need some light. I don't really feel like turning on no lights. I just turned the lights off. And my phone charge is low, so I'm using the throwaway, so this is what I gotta do. The first recording didn't go through. Right, I'll record that too. I'll upload that too. But this is what YaHuWah has said in Mashiyahk. If they want to say it's no vowels in the language. But his name is Moshe. Mashiyahk is the word that his name derived from. But they mean the same thing. The name and the word, Moshe and Mashiyahk, mean the same thing. But Mashiyahk is a word, Moshe is a name. But they mean the same thing. One was around before the name Moses. The word was around before the name Moses. But the name derives from the word and it has the same meaning. But that's another story. It's here and it's there, but I ain't about to speak on that anymore. Where I'm at. Okay, this is where I want to start. This is where I started. But I'm gonna upload the other video, and I'm gonna start right here at this one, because I think this is where this was ended at. Deuteronomy 31. The end of what I wrote is 31:13, but I think I read further. Okay, this is Exodus, and I got other books left. use my flashlight on my phone because the battery's low. And if I do, it's just gonna get back low again. So I'm gonna just let it keep charging. And where I'm at is made my last video big. Okay, so I did go on reading after 31:13. And YaHuWah said unto Moshe, Behold, thy days approach that thou must pass on. He said pass on. And call Yahushua and present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation, and that I may give him a charge. And Moshe and Yahushua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. And YaHuWah appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud. And the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And YaHuWah said unto Moshe, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the Elohim of the strangers of the land, where thou go. See, that's lowercase g right there. So I'm thinking a lowercase g is L. After the Allahs. After the Allahs, listen to that. If you take that and you look at it in the Hebrew, or according to the Strong's Concordance, that word, they spell it phonetically, A-L-E. But the translation of the spelling is A-L, which is Al, or L-L. You know what I mean? But then if it's A-L-E, they say it's like it's L. I think it should be Allah. You know what I mean? Allah. You know what I mean? It has to have, because the language have, the ancient Abary language is real pronounced when you speak it. You know what I mean? So they say phonetically it's A-L-E. But then they, in the Strong, they have transliterate or translated as A-L. Just A-L. And they have a apostrophe up at the top. Up the L, after the L, A-L apostrophe. So, anybody that was paid attention in grammar class or, know the difference between A-L and the apostrophe up there. So that means it has to be Allah. Allah. It got to be pronounced Allah. Or, like they say in the Muslim, Allah. And then they say phonetically A-L-E, so it got to be Allah. Allah. So, but when you see in the King James Bible, when you have a capital G-O-D, see right there, and just scroll out, because I don't know what you may be looking on. If you go up there to like 31 verse 3, chapter 31 verse 3, you see it has a capital G-O-D. And that capital L, all caps L-O-R-D, signifies in the ancient language where the name of the Most High YaHuWah is there. And then YaHuWah. And then capital G-O-D. You know what I mean? So that's Elohim. Of course, in the English translation, it just be Elohim. But then you get down here, it say when Yahuwah was telling Moshe and Yahushua, you know, after the death of Moses, you know, the people are always going to go back to their wicked ways. So right down here, look, it say, right there, it say, and Yahuwah appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud. And the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And Yahuwah said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the, see the G-O-D, small lowercase G-O-D? That will be, you know, I really need my Strongs right now, because it's capital, it's lowercase G-O-D. So I'm thinking that would be Strong's, if I'm not mistaken, I may be mistaken. The Elohim is H430. See, this is, got me, see, Elohim is plural, can be plural, and also singular for a group, a single group, you know what I mean, a sector. The Elohim is a sector, but the Elohim, you know what I mean, it's a group. That's why it's one, a sector, a group, a sect. Wow. That's what Elohim is, a sect of Yahuwah. And then you have right here a lowercase g. So I wonder if the lowercase g, but it's saying, you know, the strange gods. So I'm just spell it as it is, speak it as it is. I don't like to say that word. But I say it because it's for them. They were going to go tracing after gods. That's what they do. Strange gods. It said, and Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, Abram, Yishak, and Yaakov. And this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land. See? Where they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant, which I have made with them. See? Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in the day, and not, it says, and they will say in that day, the troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us because our Elohim is not among us? See, the capital G again. And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought in that day are turned unto other, small g, gods. And now therefore with ye this song for you. He say, now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. See, now who words are these? Are these Moses' words, or are these Yahuwah's words? See, it'll flip sometime on you. So you just got to be attention. But I'm thinking it's still Yahuwah speaking at the gate, in the cloud over the tabernacle. And I would see he's still talking to Moshe and Yahushua. I don't know where Aaron at. Maybe Aaron may be already gone by now. I don't know. Now, therefore, I've been untouched with the scriptures. Now, therefore, write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. See, this one I thought I stopped recording, but I think my phone stopped recording. I think my battery had got low. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that flows with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods, the lowercase g, and serve them, and provoke me and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befalling them, that this song shall be testified against them, shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination which they go, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. See, that's the problem right there. You know, he said, write this song and give it to your children. See, the problem is that people go do their wickedness and they don't even want to teach their children when they get home no more. You know what I mean? And that's like me. My children is not in my home. You know, that's because their mother wanted to do other things. You know, their mother wanted to, interfere. You know what I mean? So I said, if you just want to raise, that's a whole other story. But, if my children